Coverage tonight on the escalations, but first, a Utah tourist trapped in Israel when the war broke out is trying to get home.
News specialist Shelby Lofton is at the Utah State Capitol tonight, which is lit up with its solidarity with Israel. Shelby.
Dan and Debbie, we are outside the state capitol looking at it lit up in blue and white, and on the stairs you're seeing an image of the Israeli flag projected onto them, showing support and solidarity for Israel. And tonight there are Utahns who are still stuck in the Middle East. I talked to a couple who traveled to Israel, and just days into their trip, the war broke out. They tell me about their journey to get back onto American soil.
In the middle of the night, we literally felt, some rumbling.
A few days into their trip of a lifetime, Jan and Mark Sieverts found themselves inside a country in turmoil.
It was nearby missile strikes that we experienced.
The Sieverts, who are from Washington, Utah, traveled with the tour group Israel Revealed.
We had just arrived in Tel Aviv.
They noticed military staging and saw missile strikes outside of their hotel.
We certainly knew the war was on.
They tried to go home, but found themselves stuck.
Our original flight had already been canceled, and we tried to look at alternative options, and those were also canceled.
They said despite the chaos, they stayed calm.
It wasn't fearful, wasn't dramatic, and immediately the Israeli military, their professional response.
Their tour guide, Stephen Rona, led them to secure places.
When we went to the Garden Tomb, it was remarkably empty.
Away from the conflict.
We didn't get to go to Bethlehem, for example, because that's so close to the Gaza Strip.
The only way to get back to the U.S. was to cross the border into Jordan.
We did go through in 2 hours and 16 minutes. We'd heard that the groups that had gone through the day before was more than 5 hours.
The Sieverts and two other Utah couples now wait for their flight out of Amman Tuesday morning.
We're not the traveling types, so we've been outside of our comfort zone. We will definitely be glad to get back.
And the Sieverts told me that they plan to fly out of Jordan, then go to Germany, have a layover there, then fly to Los Angeles and hopefully back to Vegas, where they will drive back up to the St. George area. So a long journey ahead of them in the coming days. But also today, the U.S. government said it will continue to fly U.S. citizens out of Israel tomorrow and Tuesday. But they said anyone needing that flight should be prepared to wait. Dan and Debbie, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, hopefully they can get back safely. Thanks a lot. Shelby Lofton live for us tonight. And as